All right, Sphero assignment 3 was the Roomba assignment. Remember, the Roomba assignment, essentially, we want our Sphero to roll around in a randomly selected direction. Remember, our directions could be anywhere from 0 to 359, so anywhere in a circle. We want it to randomly pick a direction, and then we want it to go in that direction. We want it to go in that direction forever. If it hits anything, so if it sensed a collision, we then want it to pick a new direction. Or first we want it to go backwards, then we want it to pick a new direction, then we want it to keep on rolling. So again, we're going to need a variable for this one. We'll create a variable called direction. It's going to be a number. Perfect. When the program starts, the first thing I want to do is I want to pick a direction, and it's going to be a random number between 0 and 359. So it's going to pick anywhere. It's going to pick a random number, and it's going to roll, or we want it to roll in that direction anywhere from 0 to 359. Okay? Now, instead of putting a number in here, we're just going to put this direction thing. Okay, so what this is going to do is it's going to pick a random number between 0 and 359, and then it's going to roll in that direction. And then I'm going to tell it to roll in that direction for 1 second. And then if I want it to roll in that direction forever, I go down here to controls, and I'm going to tell it to loop forever. So right now, this part of our program would pick a random direction, and it's going to roll in that direction forever. Okay. The only other thing we'll need then is that on collision is in events. So if I click events and pull out on collision, that'll be if that Sphero hits something, how do we want it to react? Well, we said the first thing we want it to do is we want it to roll backwards. So not 180, but we want it to roll whatever direction it was going, and we want it to go backwards. So we're going to tell it to go negative, and we're going to tell it to go negative for 2 seconds. That's just in case it's up against a wall or in a corner. That way we can roll back a little bit and give it some room, essentially, to pick a new direction. Once it rolls backwards for 2 seconds, now we're just going to pick a new direction. Okay, so that thing will have hit and rolled backwards, and then we just want it to pick a new random direction. And then remember, this is a forever loop. So essentially it's driving forever. When it collides with something, it jumps into this code, rolls backwards, picks a new direction, but then it's